It came right out after that. It came right out after that. So
if I'm not mistaken, I think they both got dropped from the label, or he stopped Aftermath altogether, or something like that. Because I remember even at that time, Busta Rhymes and Mary J. and I think Eve had came back.
Right.
I remember we talked about the time when Eve was originally there, but then she came back. That's when they was like going to do some wild shit, and then they ended up just canceling the whole thing. So I think he stopped Aftermath or something. Like he just stopped himself completely from doing music with everybody.
And plus, during that time, Aftermath was going through so much shit.
Yeah,
with the drama, the Bazzino shit, beyond that, it's just
beginning with Fifth.
Mm-hmm.
I told you that story that a lot of people don't know about, where they was at. I think it was the Explosive Awards that year.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth had just came out and he had G-Unit and stuff like that with him, but they caught Dr. Dre lacking at the show.
Right.
And Suge Homeboys and them, if I'm mistaken, I believe it was Suge Homeboys and them ran up on him. It might have been somebody else 50 was beefing with. I think it was somebody, I don't remember, but somebody slumped Dr. Dre at the war show. And I think the only person there that was with him from Community was like Tony Yayo or something. I don't think Fifth and them was there. It was like one person, because I remember they was like Tony Yayo was the only person fighting. I think it was him by himself, or it might have been Obi Trice or something like that. It was one person.
I think it probably was Obi Trice. I don't think it was. Because I don't see Dre hanging out with too much.
They caught him lacking when I was G-Unit. So I think it was somebody else like Obi Trice.
It was Obi Trice. It was Obi Trice.
But I just remember they got jumped and it was one person fighting. And he was literally fighting like 10 niggas at the same time. Like he was trying to protect Dre, like guarding him, and everybody was jumping the shit out of him. But before that happened, Suge and all his homeboys showed up in the club video shoot. A lot of people don't know about that. They showed up at the In the Club video shoot. Eminem and all of them was there.
Right.
And they had a standoff moment where Suge Knight felt like he was supposed to get royalties from Eminem and 50 Cent. So he showed up on his little shit because he thought he was supposed to get a check. And I remember I listened to both sides of the interview. Both sides of the story, and from both sides confirmed they had a standoff, and they was like, "What y'all trying to do?" And Suge looked at that time, that was still a lot of this G-Unit street team was still around. Back in Smurf, shout out to all them niggas from Queens. So it wasn't the commercial G-Unit we got of the group, the rap group.
Right.
It was regular goons from Queens, man. And they didn't go at, they just left. Suge Knight was like, "Oh, y'all got it, we beat them." So a lot of shit was still going on at that time. A lot of drama was still going on surrounding the artist. And like I said, Suge Knight coming at Dre at that time again.
Trying to extort him.
Trying to extort the nigga.
When you already told him pretty much, you can have everything from the death row shit. I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't want nothing.
Exactly. So it's like, for me, I think it's kind of sad what happened with that. To me, they was almost like they almost had the Rockefeller dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only other guy they probably compare it to. But yeah, man, it's fucked up because if you think about it, she only lasted like 3 years. It happened so fast. By the time the second album came out, everybody was broke up.
Pretty much, going their own separate ways. You know,
that was it. It's crazy. That's how fast it happened. But I just remember like the G-Unit mixtapes, G-Unit versus D-Block, G-Unit versus Dipset. G-Unit versus Rockefeller. Them joints was classics, and even the G-Unit and D12 mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
And the D12 album alone was good.
Yeah. I think the first one was good, and I think the second one was good. But I just feel like even after that, like I said, I feel like after that whole thing with Dre, I feel like Eminem was just producing on his own. Cause think about it, like after that. They really they did the Tupac Resurrection joint. After that, I think, and him dropped some other shit. But I'm just saying, like them combined with their production,
right?
There wouldn't be a patiently waiting. You feel me? If it wasn't for them coming together and like them learning how to produce and then putting his spin on it, and then Dre bringing that West Coast and that Detroit shit, that's why I keep saying them. I feel like they could have rocked for like 5 more years from that production because that's what gave them.
And the production is still strong. Listen to it. You can listen to it. I don't know.
It's hot.
I know you ain't listened to the Eminem album, but it's this motherfucking beat Dre did called "Discombobulated" on that joint, bruh. and you could tell it's a Drake beat because it got that West Coast Cali feel to it, and M got, you know, the high kick drums and type shit like that, because you know he got a lot of high kick drums in his beats. So when you get a chance, listen to that joint. It just brings like that old Aftermath kind of like feel to it, the vibe. And that's what I fuck with about that beat. It's a good ass song, good bars, good. Of course, you know it's gonna be always gonna be good bars, but it's Drake together. But it's
doing this thing, you know what I mean? But I just feel like I ain't gonna lie, it's like a certain nostalgia, man. And when I think about like shit, I can listen to the Gina album right now, you know, and it'll put me back in that same mode. You know what I mean? It's a nostalgia to that shit. And you feel like you're really in like New York, somewhere in the trenches. You know what I mean? It's just an East Coast vibe to it. That's why I said, like, you know, it just sonically, shit. One day, I remember I was listening to it one day, and I was listening to about 3 or 4 of the songs, and now the first thing that went through my mind was sonically, you know, I don't know what the fuck is in Dr. Dre body, but that motherfucker, man, he just, like I said, he makes high volume production.
The motherfucker got I always say he got a magical ear for shit, just like an ear for shit.
I don't even want to call it a magical ear. I think he just got a serious gift, man. Like, you know, just to like really be honest, because when I think about like even the early days of him producing the Chronic, like if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, man, the funk shit, fusion with that, we really probably wouldn't have transcended musically. Because I honestly, I mean, shit, man, when that, what's it called, What's My Name came out, Snoop culturally, man, that shit was a rocket. You know what I mean? That shit was a rocket.
We can go to California Love with Pop. We can go there.
That's what I'm saying.
We can go there, man.
Rockets, niggas.
Yeah, we can go there.
That shit, and I mean, everybody remember when the video came on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The helicopters and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas ride through the desert, and the beat just come on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean that. Again,
NWA,
song,
dope, man.
Yeah, and it's
just
even that song alone, like that song to me. Again, it's like. That shit is still banging in the club. You can bang that shit when the summer first hit. You can bang that shit in any occasion for the next probably 20 years. And everybody gonna jump off, you feel me? You know, shit. To me, that shit is amazing, man. And even when I listen to, like, You Can't See Me, another journey produced by Pop, that kind of was a similar sound when he was on the All Eyes on Me album. Man, that's like I said, that funk shit was just like, I can't even describe that shit, but I just feel like if it wasn't for that, just like when I was talking about Easy Mo B and like how Puff and them, like those two productions, camps, you know what I'm saying, push hip hop to what it is now, I believe, to me. If it wasn't for them producers, and I mean, not to like discredit like Timberland or nobody like that, they also help too, but I'm just saying like, that sound just evolved, bro, with them. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely have to definitely thank Dr. Dre for what he's done, because and it's just like he's in every era of music. You know what I mean? Have you ever think about that? Like, have you ever think he was in every era of music, like the '80s, the '90s?
Before that, when he was in the sorry, what the fuck was in it? I don't remember what the fuck that shit was. That's a Delphonics. That's not the name. I'm sorry, Steve. I even discussed that.
Nah, that's the Delphonics is like that's like our grandma.
Fuck, I just said it.
That's like our grandma.
I mean, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember the group that he was in with TK back in the early days. I can't remember. Anyway, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. But
early 2000s.
What I was about to say was when I seen the aneurysm news.
It was,
I actually got emotional.
Yeah, it was hurtful.
Just because I was like, man, I ain't trying to lose Dr. Dre. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this shit. Like, not another like. God, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I really was about, and I said, well, let me truly, yes, this nigga ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? But I really was about to tear up just because I was like, man, I don't, this, you know, that ain't somebody, you know, that we want to lose. Right. You know what I mean? We want to see bro get old and just be still doing it. And you know what I mean? When I see the pic of him, like, he doing better, and he got like a little great beard and shit, I'm like, like that shit made me happy.